I finally finished my birthday dress, y'all. 2 weeks after the fact, but it still got done. It's a free pattern, gorgeous, clean lines, maxi style. Let's talk about it. Welcome to Sing Sew Repeat. I'm Mary Sarah. All right, y'all, I'm so excited to share this dress with you. What a beautiful dress this was. Yes, it was my birthday dress. Did I make it in time for my birthday? No. Did I really even go out for my birthday? No. It just was not one of those years that this was going to work out, but I did end up making it a couple weeks after the fact, and it's a gorgeous one. I've been wanting to make this one for so long, and I will definitely make it again. First, I wanted to say here on YouTube, I just passed 900 subscribers. So thank you guys so much. And if you do watch on the regular and you would like to hit subscribe, I would really appreciate that. That and also hitting the like button shares my content with more people so our community can grow. So I really appreciate that. It's a free way to support my channel. So thank you so much. Okay. Let's get into the dress. This one was really easy. If you missed the video where I talked about my plans for this, I decided to do the Tiana's Closet Harper dress. I love this one. I love it that it can be dressy or casual. So I'm really excited to play with the styling on this one. Okay, so I sewed up, let's talk sizing here really quick. My bust is a 36. They don't have upper bust measurements on here, so I'm not really sure if I should have done something different, but I fell into a medium on the bust, and then the waist, I was at a large, and the hip, I was at a large. So I decided to sew up the large, and one of you suggested that I make a 12, and I really appreciate that. I don't remember who that was, but thank you so much, because I almost just straight up cut into this one, and even though I didn't make significant changes, it still helped a lot. So I did a little mock-up of this. I didn't finish it all. But honestly, I don't even think it was that great of a mock-up because I did it in a fabric that was stiffer than the one I chose, which was this one. And I don't think it ended up that great. Okay. So I decided to give myself a little bit more room in the hips because while I sewed up a large, the hip measurement for the large is 40.9, which is almost a 41. And as we talked about before, I'll just share with you real quick. I'm a 34 and a half to 34 3/4 upper bust, 36, 30, and 40 hips. So I was at the top end of the hips there, and I was just worried with the way the mock-up, this was the one I did the mock-up in, very crudely. I just felt like I wanted a little bit more room in the hips, so I added, I think probably an inch on both sides, a half inch on each pattern piece. So an inch on both sides, and I kind of feel like it might have ended up a little bit too big. So I'm going to still tweak at it. I've already pulled in the bust a little bit, so I think I should have done a medium on that. But for the mock-up I did, I totally messed it up. I forgot to do the bust darts. So, so I forgot to do that. I ended up looking like a moo-moo. It just looked horrible. And I think because this fabric has more body in it than the one I was going to be using, I think that also was just not great. I didn't have enough to do the flounce. This was just like a remnant piece that I got at Joann's. So it's still in pieces. Like I ended up doing the darts, but they actually were really long. So I did the darts. I also think this was a mistake. It's fine. So if you see the darts here, it's like all the way over here. And that was like legit just past my apex. It looked very awkward. I did not love it. So what I decided to do, which I don't know, this could have been a good idea, could have been a bad idea. I think I went with either one of these 2 points. I was playing around with it. So I just drew a new point. I actually think I went with this one. I drew a new point here and then just sewed to that. But I don't think even that really worked out. So I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to darts. I do understand when I didn't do the dart, there was a lot of extra fabric, and of course the length was wrong, trying to meet the front and the back piece. And then when I did the shorter dart, I think there's still some extra fabric here. So I don't understand the physics of darts. So this was me just playing around, trying to not have like my dart points like right here. But I didn't know how to make the adjustment properly. So that's on me. Now, like I said, it ended up a little bit too big. So I went in, and I'll show some video here because I'm wearing it, obviously. I wore it today. And I'll go in and show you, but I went ahead and I flipped up the facings because it does have facings. and I pinched in and just sewed down probably a 3/4 of an inch to an inch on both sides just to make this fit in a little bit here, which I think I can do go a little bit further down. So that's the original stitching line, and then I took it in like that and went down a little bit until my hip area. But that's what I mean. I just took it in, I flipped it up. So I think I probably would have ended up a medium. There's some things while I'm wearing a shirt here, just to pull it up a little bit. I'm wondering about, somebody mentioned, or a couple people mentioned, a petite adjustment. I don't know what that is yet, but I'm interested if it's like the height between here and here is shortened. I'm thinking that might be an adjustment that I might want to look into, because I do love this dress. And while it's a flounce, like I feel like it's a very statement-y dress, I still feel like this can go casual. Like I could wear it with sneakers, different sandals. Like I have them on with heels. I'm going to stand up just so you can see a little bit. I'm going to insert video, but just so you can see a little bit of what I'm talking about. So in here, I definitely made a lot more room in here, but I feel like this could be a little bit more shaped. And if I finished the dart, you know, maybe that would help if I had gone all the way over here. I don't know. I'm just so terrified of a dart ending up looking like my nipples or something. You know, it's like puckered right there. So this is the rest of it though. I think it's really pretty. But I think I might try making a medium next time. And then this facings are sitting on this tank top a little funky though. Just see the back. Oh, it's so pretty. I love this double V. But I kind of wish, I think it could maybe meet up here because it's a little boobalicious for me. So maybe if I did something like this, I don't know if that's what that would be. And then honestly, if I did that, that would help my bra not be able to show, because my bra does end up showing. It's out like a 1/2 inch. So there's some little details on that. The only thing I had to look up, and maybe because I was watching something as I was trying to read her instructions, I haven't done very many all-in-one facings before. So I found like a reel, like a short on YouTube, and looked up how to do this, like the burrito method, because I definitely sewed it in wrong on this one the first time and had to unpick it. And then go back and figure out how to do it again. It's like where you kind of open it up and then you like roll everything in and you do that side. I think you do the neckline. You know what? Why am I trying to explain it? Anyway, but it looks really good, nice and clean. I think the pulling it in here has messed up the facing a little bit. So that's only like a little thing I think you would notice doing it yourself. Like when I look at it right here, I don't notice it, but I do feel like maybe the shoulder on this side is a little, you know what I mean? Like we all see the little things that we're like, oh, I wish that were different. But all in all, I love it. Okay, popping in here for just a quick second. As I was editing the video, I realized I forgot to tell you about the length adjustment I made. So when I made the toile, I felt like the body of the dress was a little too long. I wanted the flounce to start above my knee. So I ended up taking off 1.5 inches off of both the front and the back piece. And I honestly think I could do more off the back. I think it dips a little low. I know it's a high-low, but I feel like it dips a little low. I'm not sure how much I like the way it works with a lot of different looks with flats and things like that. So I could see taking off a little bit more off the back so that it's not so, not such a dramatic high-low. I just took some pictures and video, and I ended up taking out more of the sides, probably as much as I put in, thinking that I needed it, because I think the fabric was so different that it looked like it was fitting too tight. But with this thinner fabric, it just skims over. So I think taking out that extra bulk made it look a little bit more sleek, a little bit more flattering too. Everything's kind of a little bit more fitted. I ended up taking a lot more off of here. So I think sizing down to the medium and then not adding all that extra on the side will help a ton next time, because I definitely want to make it again. I love this dress. Such a good pattern. Anyway, just wanted to pop in here really quick and mention that. Now, this fabric, holy moly, I love this fabric. It is I don't even know what it is. You know, I'm not someone who knows a lot about fabrics, but this was from Joann's. It was in their Silky Types fabric section. And now that Joann's is not here anymore, I really, really, really love this fabric. It has like a slightest bit of give going this way and some also going that way. So it's not a stretch, but it is so comfortable. It's definitely not rigid. And it's super lightweight, translucent, I would say. You're not gonna be seeing through it. I'm wondering what this is called. Like, I don't know if it's a charmeuse. I don't know. Now that I've sewn something in this, I really want to sew more of something like this because living in Florida, it's just so hot. And like having something that's heavy, even this one I did the toile in, you know, I would have thought that this would have been comfortable. It's really not. Like it's just kind of heavy, just has a lot more body to it. I think in the winter, that's fine. But for something like this that I wanted it very airy and flowy, I just love this. And I'm guessing it's probably a blouse weight, but it works great for a dress. So I definitely want more of this. Pretty easy to work with too. It's still ironed very well. But with this one, I'm going to finish the side seams, and my plan with this is to just cut it off because I didn't have enough for the flounce, so it definitely was just a little remnant piece. But gonna cut that off, make that into a little blouse or whatever. So that's that. I'll show you some pictures and video of more details of it. Okay, next week, I've already cut out several things. I've cut out the pleats to meet you pants. I planned on doing the pants, and I actually have enough of this fabric here. It's just an ITY knit. And I have enough of this to do shorts and pants. So I decided to do the shorts first. I've cut out, this is the Pattern Emporium Pleats to Meet You. This pattern is linked below. The other top I'm doing the BUT. And that is this right here. I'm doing this top. This one has a ton of different options. Look at this. I mean, good grief. So many options there, different sleeves, different lengths, different hemlines. I did the 10 in this one. So I will talk about more about that next week when I do the whole outfit. I had planned on wearing it under here, but I just didn't finish it. Also, these are linked. I mentioned these last week. Envelopes I have linked from Amazon. I just got these. I had a different set that were way cheaper and just more noisy, and these are very sturdy. So if you like this kind of stuff, storing your projects or your patterns, I have those linked as well. Oh, the one thing I did want to say, I am going to be out of town over the weekend for Labor Day, and my plan is I'm going to print out and tape together PDF sewing patterns. Because I don't really want to take my sewing machine. I know at least when my girls are napping, I can be able to tape some patterns together and get going on some of those projects, because I've bought 30 some odd patterns from Pattern Emporium. I have a few now from Love Notions, and there's others I've saved that are like some free patterns of stuff that I definitely want to do for fall. So my plan is to print those out and tape those together, cut them out while I'm on vacation this weekend. And so that at least something is sewing related that I can do. All right, thanks so much for watching this week, you guys. Give this video a like if you have not already, if you liked this video, and I'll just see you guys next week. Have a good one.